331. October 31st, 2023. I dreamed that there were strong winds on both sides of Victoria Harbour. At this time, a monkey wearing clothes jumped over, looking very much like the great sage Sun Wukong. It looked very cute. There were many tourists behind, who were soaked to the skin by the sudden heavy rain. Walking further, I found that many grapevines by the roadside had been cut down, and there were still grapes on them. I picked up a few and ate them without washing. They tasted extremely delicious. I thought about keeping the seeds and going back to plant them, thinking that maybe I could often have grapes to eat in the future. I also dreamed that on my way home, I encountered many reptiles, such as snakes, crocodiles, and Komodo dragons, etc., which blocked my way, so I quickly turned back. I met a rag picker who had collected a lot of old banknotes. Behind there was a group of tourists who seemed to be from Southeast Asia. The parents were accompanied by several children. They were asking a young fortune teller at a stall to do fortune telling for them. The young man used Ziwei Dao Shu to do the fortune telling, and it felt not very professional. His wife was saying something like it's better to buy a villa than jewelry, and it's better to buy land than a villa. It all felt very strange. 332. November 1st, 2023. I dreamed that someone discarded furniture from the court to the nearby garbage station, and the furniture was still quite new. Then I walked to the seaside cliff to enjoy the scenery, but it was easy to go up but difficult to come down. It took me a lot of effort to come down. Then I was chased wildly by a vicious dog, and I quickly hid in the toilet. A security guard came over with a baton and scared the dog away. I also dreamed that I went to a residence and returned the key to the landlady. Some relatives happened to be playing mahjong nearby, and I was wondering if she had seen me. I also dreamed that I took an open-air airship and flew into outer space. The speed was very fast, and it was very exciting. Inattentively, I flew past the Chang'e Hotel that I had reserved on the moon. 333. I dreamed that someone's elder brother stole something, and he was discovered by me and his younger brother. Then his elder brother went home and seemed very uneasy. We didn't want to expose him either. I also dreamed that someone's brother's wife was seeking another way out while avoiding him. Truly, every family has its own difficult story, and outsiders can't really criticize. I also dreamed that I drove a Mercedes-Benz on a business trip and came home. There were 2 accidents on the way. The first time, I hit a small freight truck, and the second time, I hit a car. The vehicles were severely damaged, but fortunately, no one was injured. I had purchased full insurance. 334. I dreamed that a woman wanted to get close to someone before she got married, and that someone ran to the company to sleep to avoid her. I met the salesman Xiao Lei in the company. At this time, I saw the big boss take out a painting wrapped in a wooden box that he had treasured and showed it to us. It was a landscape painting from the Song dynasty, and then he carefully put it back into the wooden box. When I was going home from work, I had to jump down from very high steps, and the slope next to it was filled with sundries, so I couldn't pass through. 335. I dreamed that in a remote and desolate village, I picked up a gold bar weighing about 2 jin. Seeing that there was no one around, I secretly rejoiced, thinking that I had struck it rich this time. I also dreamed that I went to a family to stay overnight, and I accidentally broke a golden Buddha statue in their house. The hostess said that either I should marry her or I should glue the golden Buddha statue back together. I said I chose to glue it, and she said it was okay, but there couldn't be any traces left. This really posed a difficult problem, and I couldn't figure it out no matter how hard I thought.